Malachi found a wallet full of cash and chose to return it to its owner. His act of kindness was rare in today's world, and the owner was so moved by Malachi's selflessness that he offered him a selfless reward. Malachi's parents had a lot of questions about his intentions. Malachi was used to hard work, digging through garbage piles for recyclable goods. He was surprised to spot something shiny and dark in a storm drain, which turned out to be a wallet. Knowing this could help him and his family, Malachi was determined to find the owner and return it. Malachi dug the wallet out of the drain, amazed at its pristine condition. He knew it was expensive and he hoped to sell it for enough to feed his family. His sense of responsibility drove him to make the most of this opportunity, but when he opened the wallet, he gasped. Malachi was shocked to find the wallet packed with cash. He had to be careful as anyone else seeing it would try to steal it. He kept it hidden, determined to keep it safe. He was nervous carrying such a large amount, but tried his best to make it home safely. Malachi sought advice from his siblings on whether to keep the money he'd just found. He was young, so he trusted their judgment as they were older and wiser. He wanted to make the right decision, but he quickly realized his siblings wouldn't be able to help him out. Malachi's siblings wanted him to keep all the money he just found. They thought of all the things they could buy and thought it was justified. Malachi was unsure, but his siblings were eager. He knew that taking the money would be wrong, so he ran away to return the wallet. Malachi rushed out, scared his siblings would catch him. He had to return the wallet to its rightful owner. He quickly found a bush and buried it before running back inside. He was relieved to escape, but still scared they'd find the wallet. He was determined to do the right thing. Malachi hurried inside after burying the wallet, heart pounding in fear. He changed clothes, combed his hair, and changed shoes, determined to keep his secret safe. He braced for a fight at the dinner table. He tried to act normal, but he was sure his parents could tell something was wrong. After dinner, tiny Malachi was exhausted from his long day of searching for bottles, but determined to find the owner of the wallet. He planned to go around town looking for the man in the photo. He was determined to find the wallet's owner no matter how long it took him. Malachi got up early and hid the wallet in his pocket. He walked into town as the sun rose, taking care to hide from cars. He had a mission: to find the rightful owner of the wallet. With only a photo, he was determined to succeed and make his parents proud. Despite family pressure, Malachi continued on. He thought of the money's benefits for his family, but he knew it was not theirs. He had to do the right thing and return the wallet. Tired, hungry, and thirsty, he searched for the man in the ID, determined to make the right decision. Malachi kept his head down, avoiding any contact with the desperate people of his hometown. He moved quickly, staying close to walls and keeping his hands in his pockets. He took detours to make sure he wasn't being followed and stayed away from anyone who might be interested in the wallet. A tall, familiar-looking man questioned him. Malachi realized he knew him but couldn't place how. The man's face softened and he seemed to be trying to figure out who Malachi was. He was determined to keep the town safe from crime and proud to be part of the community. Malachi froze in fear. He was alone and unsure if the man was dangerous. His heart pounding, he struggled to think of a way to escape, too scared to lie. He had the most valuable item in his pocket and was worried he'd let everyone down. He had no good excuse. Malachi waited for the perfect moment, then ran as fast as he could. His feet pounded against the pavement and he eventually hid inside an abandoned house. He heard the man's footsteps getting closer, so he quickly hid behind a pile of boxes. He was determined not to get caught. Malachi was determinedly pursued by the man and exhausted and scared, had no idea what the man wanted. He tried to outrun him for hours, but had to plan his next locations and stay very still and quiet while he hid, hoping the man would give up and leave soon. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. Malachi stayed in an abandoned house that night. He found a box to sleep under, feeling cold and hungry but determined. He thought of his family, regretting his decision but knowing he had to continue. He awoke with a sense of dread but pushed on, ready to face whatever was ahead. Malachi woke and stretched, his belly rumbling with hunger. He had no food and knew it was essential for him to be properly energized. He was determined to get food without stealing or using cash from the wallet. He had to find a way to get food without breaking the law. Malachi peered out the window, mouth watering at the fruit stand. The smells of other people's breakfast caused him pain. He was tempted to take the money from the wallet, but he knew it would be wrong. He closed the wallet and determined to find a different way to get food. Malachi was determined to stick to his principles and not take something that wasn't his. He was brave enough to ask for food no matter how embarrassed he was. His strength of character was admirable. His commitment was inspiring. He was a role model for others to make the right choices. Malachi was greeted by an old lady who asked him what he was doing alone. He didn't tell her about the wallet and said he was looking for someone. He asked for food, but the woman couldn't help. He thanked her and continued, knowing he had to take care of himself. Malachi was very disappointed after the kind lady said she couldn't help him. His stomach grumbled and he felt helpless. Desperate, he resorted to crime, beginning the cycle of poverty and violence. People in desperate situations don't trust the system, leading to further alienation, rash actions, and a lack of hope. Malachi stole a piece of fruit and was caught. To his surprise, it wasn't a lady. He felt regret and shame for his actions, wishing he could take it back. He let his desperation get the better of him and had to live with the consequences. Hunger had impacted his reasoning. Malachi's heart stopped as he saw the man from yesterday. Embarrassed, he was too scared to explain, feeling guilty and ashamed of his actions. The man seemed kinder, with gentleness in his voice. Malachi was too tired and hungry to run, and he was surprised to see the man smiling. The man wore a suit and tie, polished shoes, and a gold watch. Malachi felt awestruck, never having seen someone so well dressed. He felt intimidated by the man's wealth, but he wished to be like him. The man smiled and said, "You're a fast runner, I want to help you." Malachi asked the man questions about his job and family to learn more while not revealing too much about himself. He stayed focused on his mission to find the wallet's rightful owner, determined not to be distracted. Surprising answers from the man made Malachi more determined to find the owner. The man told Malachi he didn't plan to stay in town, but something had changed his mind. Malachi noticed his suit and knew he didn't belong there. He sensed they were both hiding something and noticed the man's confidence. Malachi was intrigued and wanted to know why he was there. Malachi finished his fruit and wanted to leave when the man grabbed his arm. "Let me help you, I can take you home," the man said. Malachi hesitated, unsure if he could trust the man. He kept his answer vague. "I have to find something." Malachi thanked him and hurriedly left. Malachi was torn. He wanted to do the right thing and find the wallet's owner, but he was afraid of the consequences if he trusted the man or kept it a secret. He wondered, then ultimately decided to keep the wallet a secret and keep trying to find the owner himself. Malachi said he was looking for the owner of something he'd found yesterday. He decided to test the man and asked if he could help. The man agreed, so Malachi revealed that it was something valuable and could change the world. The man was surprised and asked for more information. Malachi was trying to be coy, but the man became impatient. He tried to be mysterious, but the man wanted to know what he had found. Worried that the man was trying to trick him, Malachi started to back away, but the man noticed. His heart racing, Malachi regretted coming here. Malachi was scared, but he revealed he'd found a wallet full of money near his house. He was worried the man would take it or use it against him. He anxiously waited, hoping he'd made the right decision, but feeling relief he told the truth and could finally move on. Malachi gasped as the man's demeanor changed. He asked Malachi if he still had the wallet, and he said yes. Malachi realized the man might be the owner and felt excited. He kept his hopes in check, crossing his fingers and praying the man was indeed the one he'd been searching for. Malachi grabbed his wallet and held up the ID next to the man's face. He studied the man's features intently, feeling a sense of familiarity. He compared the man's face to the ID, making sure they matched. The man found it amusing, but Malachi nodded, satisfied he'd done his job. Malachi beamed with pride as he handed the wallet back. Grateful for his help, the man thanked Malachi and offered him a reward. Malachi accepted gratefully. He couldn't believe how far he'd come, having faced many challenges. He was ready to go home and share his success with his family. The man was amazed by Malachi's integrity and kindness. He couldn't believe that someone would return his wallet with all the cash still intact. He was filled with joy and admiration and wanted to reward Malachi, but Malachi refused and said, "No, it's all right, I was just doing the right thing." Malachi replied that he wanted the money invested to build new houses for those in need so everyone in his town could have a safe and warm place to live. His selfless choice to put his entire community before himself showed his maturity, compassion, and understanding of the world around him. He was overwhelmed by Malachi's selflessness. He prepared to provide housing and jobs to those in need. He praised the boy for his ambition and promised to help him reach his goals, offering Malachi's parents a job at his company. Malachi's answer and the man's promise would forever change many lives. The town flourished due to Malachi's selfless request. Everyone in the village knew about Malachi's contribution to the town, and the man kept his promise of building homes for the poor, which generated jobs for tons of people. The town had been transformed, and the people were grateful for Malachi's sacrifice. The man brought Malachi back home, and his family welcomed him. He was shocked by the terrible conditions around him, so he built them a new home. Every year on Malachi's birthday, the man came to celebrate with them. The wallet Malachi returned was just the start of his good fortune. Malachi's story shows that truth is always rewarded, even if it takes time. Doing the right thing can result in great rewards, and this story gives us hope that by being honest and virtuous, we too can receive such blessings. It is a reminder that honesty pays off in the end.